Hey everyone, it is Tea Time with the Diva. Grab your tea, grab your coffee, because we're going to get into it. This Tea Time is dedicated to baby Emmanuel. I know this is a nationwide story, so many of you are probably definitely familiar with it. His parents initially claimed that he was kidnapped from a parking lot while the mother Rebecca was trying to change his diaper. Somebody came in, knocked her out, and they stole her baby. And the authorities figured out soon after she said it that something in the water wasn't clean, that lies were being told. It took them a while to come out and get them. They probably knew all along, but finally they were arrested and now they are charged with unaliving baby Emmanuel. Currently, neither one of the parents have a lawyer, and Jake Haro, he came out and told somebody in jail that yes, he took baby Emmanuel's life and threw him in a trash can. Unbelievable. Let me share a screen so we could get into this story. So Emmanuel Haro's father admitted to unaliving missing baby and dumping him in a trash can, the report said. Let's unbelievable, unreal. So Emmanuel Haro's father admitted to unaliving his 7-month-old and then dumping his body in a trash can, according to a new report. As authorities say, the baby died after enduring lengthy abuse by his parents. Investigators used an undercover inmate to guide Jake Haro into admitting to the grisly crime, News Nation's Brian Ethan reported, citing sources. Meanwhile, authorities said they can prove Emmanuel died after a long period of physical abuse at the hands of Haro and his wife Rebecca, who lived in Riverside County, California. And many people pointed out in this particular picture here, the parents initially said, oh, he had a lazy eye. That eye probably got like that after abuse from his parents. Many people was pointing out that, baby Emmanuel had similar look to the daughter that Jake abused, that now cannot speak, walk, talk, or feed herself. Okay, she gets fed through a feeding tube and is being cared for by a cousin. We believe baby Emmanuel is subject to abuse over time, and because of that abuse, he succumbed to his injuries, Riverside County District Attorney Michael Hairston told reporters on Wednesday. We have a pretty strong indication of where the remains of baby Emmanuel are, he added. Jake Haro's wife, Rebecca, initially told cops a strange man had hit her on the head and snatched the kid while she was changing his diaper outside a sporting goods store in San Bernardino on August the 14th. If he threw him in the trash can, I hate to say this, but the trash was probably taken out with the garbage, and his remains might be like in a landfill where they take garbage, which is extremely sad. Sheriff deputies arrested the Haros several days later and charged them with unaliving their child, citing inconsistencies in their stories. Jake Haro changed the story from jail, telling cops he rolled over on Emmanuel while he slept and suffocated him, burying his body near a freeway, according to Brian Eaton's source. So that's probably why they was out there in that landfill with him trying to look for the baby, because he just keeps lying, his father, well, the mother and the father, right? The freeway story may explain why Jake Haro was seen with investigators in a remote field in Moreno Valley. We have some ideas in terms of where we're going to look and where we're going to continue to investigate, the prosecutor said. He pointed to a 2023 child abuse conviction against Haro, 32, who severely beat his young daughter from a previous marriage, leaving the girl bedridden with permanent injuries. What we know, what you need to know about the disappearance of Emmanuel: parents Jake and Rebecca were arrested on August 22nd on unaliving charges a week after their 7-month-old son Emmanuel went missing. The mother previously claimed their baby boy was abducted after a man attacked her outside of a sporting goods store on August the 14th. But police said there were inconsistencies with her story. Jake Haro's car was seized by police days later for evidence as the search continued for Emmanuel. The father previously served a prison sentence for child cruelty stemming from an incident in 2018 and is currently on probation. Police officers stormed into their house and arrested them after determining there was no abduction. It is believed Emmanuel is deceased, and the search to recover his remains is ongoing, the San Bernardino County Sheriff Department said in a statement. Jake was seen in an orange prison jumpsuit assisting police officers in the search for Emmanuel's remains off of a highway in Moreno Valley, California on August the 24th. Hurston said Haro should have been in prison after that incident. He should have, which left the child with fractured ribs, fractured skull, a brain hemorrhage, and other injuries. Yet Haro received no jail time. That decision was absolutely outrageous. Mr. Haro should have been in prison, the prosecutor said. Let me tell you something. I try to do comparisons just to see how everybody can see how jacked up this system is. So Diddy couldn't post bail. Okay, no matter what he did or what he said, he couldn't post bail. But yet this father here, you got a child that has a fractured skull, fractured ribs, a brain hemorrhage, and other injuries, and you get 0 jail time. Crazy. Authorities confirmed that both Jake and Rebecca will be charged with murder, but they emphasized that they do not have a precise location for Emmanuel's body. Police also tried to dupe Rebecca Haro with a similar undercover inmate operation, also known as Snitch Jacket, but she stuck by her story, News Nation reported. Emmanuel may have been dead weeks before the couple reported the kidnapping. The couple have 2 other children, a 2-year-old daughter and a 16-year-old, who's Jake's stepchild. The daughter has been taken into the care of Riverside Child Protective Services. The parents were set to be arraigned on Tuesday, but the appearance was postponed into next week. The Riverside County Sheriff, which is conducting a joint investigation with cops in San Bernardino, revealed that they responded to a report of suspected child abuse near the sporting goods store on the same day Emmanuel vanished, and that the Haros are linked to that probe. Sheriff deputies said the report involved a home on Cottonwood Avenue in Moreno Valley, just down the road from the Big 5 Sporting Goods, where Rebecca claimed to have been attacked. The investigation is related to the Haros and no further details are available. Authorities said in a statement referring to the child abuse report, little Emmanuel's body has still not been found. This is super sad. I'm going to stop sharing and share one more item here. Oh, these parents are just disgusting.
The investigation started for us on August 14th when Rebecca Haro reported that her son had been kidnapped. Folks, within 24 hours through video surveillance, we found inconsistencies in Rebecca's statement. And as a result of that, there was no other vehicle to put out on an Amber Alert or anything. And I know many of you were wondering why that didn't occur. But really, after finding out those inconsistencies in the statement on the initial report, that's where hundreds of hours of investigations have come in by our Specialized Investigations Division to try to get to the bottom of what's really going on here.
My question is, first of all, do you have any idea where baby Emmanuel is at this point?
You know, yes, we have a pretty strong indication of where the remains of baby Emmanuel are. So that investigation is ongoing at this time.
Do you believe you know how baby Emmanuel died or was killed, and is there anything you can share?
The filing in this case reflects our belief that baby Emmanuel was abused, victim of child abuse over time, and that eventually, because of that abuse, he succumbed to those injuries. That's what we believe.
Super sad. Super sad. Listen, guys, chat with me in the comments, and when I get opportunity, I will chat back. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe. Hit the notification bell so that every time I upload a video, you will be notified. If you are a subscriber, welcome back, everybody. Thanks for watching. Let me know your thoughts, and I'll see you on the next video.